What's up, guys? So I'm gonna be showing you how to set up this low pro build for your tiny whoop. There I guess are three main points as to why I have no idea why you wouldn't run this. First one being you won't have to do any soldering or tearing apart your all-in-one camera, like taking the transmitter off. You get use this camera completely whole. Number two, it looks way better than having your ugly minion canopy looking guy up here, or your camera with the antenna sticking out. This is nice and sleek and minimal. And number three, which is probably most important, is that nothing is going to be getting damaged when you crash, because it's all within the perimeter of your guards right here. Obviously from the top, if you land upside down, nothing's going to be getting damaged. Coming in from the front, you got a ton of room before you get to the camera. The bottom, your motor mounts are giving you some room, even at like an angle right here. Get this, you know, my finger's bent, but you're not gonna hit the camera at all unless you come like straight into a pole or something, corner of a wall. That'll sneak right in there and hit it, but I'm assuming that'll be pretty rare. Cornerstone of this build, the one thing you will have to do is have this Crazy Pony all-in-one camera. This thing is so small, and pretty sure it's the lightest out there. It's only like 3.5 grams. I'll weigh it for you here once I take it off, but yeah, 40 channels, 25 milliwatt transmitter. They are $29 on Amazon. They're even eligible for Prime, so you can get that thing in like 1 or 2 days if you got that. It's definitely not the cheapest. Well, the cheapest are probably like 20 bucks. This is right around 30, so that's not bad at all. There's some more expensive ones out there, and I don't know why you'd get them, because this guy's so small, and it's going to be the only camera that'll allow you to just plop it right in here and run this low profile mod without having to buy like a separate camera and then a separate video transmitter. That's kind of the only other way to do it, and that's going to be more work, more soldering, plus it's going to be way heavier, because these cameras by themselves are about 3 grams. The video transmitter is going to be at least 3 grams, so that's already double the weight of this little camera. Other thing is, definitely don't get the cloverleaf antenna. The one I've got in here has the little whip antenna, which is just a little stick looking one, and it works perfectly fine. I will go ahead and start pulling this apart, showing you what went into it. Let's pop this canopy real quick. And as you can see, it's just held on there with a rubber band as an extra support. So let's pull that off. And then it just slides right on out. Yeah, so here's the camera. I mean, the thing is minute for an all-in-one camera. And compared to the camera that you can like get by itself, it's basically the same size. So yeah, don't know why you'd buy any other camera. But let's get the weight for you real quick. Hopefully you can see. So yeah, 3.6 grams. That is as small as it's gonna get. Once you have the camera, all you gotta do is just guide your focus. Guide the antenna just straight on through. You can see it come all the way back to the back here. And then you just kind of push it up into the little gap right there. You don't even need much force. And I just, or actually I guess I need to use this little rubber band. You gotta get it on there before you put it up in there. Go ahead and loop it around the lens and then feed it up behind this plastic. So I just wrap it around the smallest part of the lens right there, and then come over the top and wrap it again, just like that. And that's gonna keep it right where it needs to be. And that is it. That's all you're gonna have to do. It's so simple. A couple little side notes. I guess first, most people run the battery, going front to back. Once you put the camera in there, you can't really stick this as far up into there. So if you were to still run it front to back, this, your connector, your battery lead, once it's out here, I've already moved mine to the side, but I used to have it coming out the back. And the thing about that is that it kind of sticks out right here. So if you were to crash somehow on the back side, you could easily mess up your connector. And to prevent that, to get everything back, within the perimeter of the guards, I started running mine sideways, like this, rather than front to back. And the way that I mount my battery in there is so I just cut these little grooves into the top of this piece, and also did the same thing down here on the bottom so that I could hook the rubber band around this one and then kind of loop it under this part and wrap it back over to the top. And that way you can just slide your battery right underneath. Just kind of walk it in there, and there you have it. Basically just how it was before. You can get your connector back in there snug without it sticking out, and you're good to go. So if you look at it like that, it looks just like the old setup, except now it's sideways. Camera's going forward. And it works just the same, It's still balanced, it's just rather than being on this axis, it's on this axis now. So that's it. As I said before, I honestly don't know why anyone would be running a different setup than this. It looks better and it protects all your goods better. So there's that. Super simple, low pro, tiny whoop mod using the Crazy Pony camera. Thanks for checking it out. I hope you guys go and pick one up, or I don't know, I guess you could try to use a camera you have to fit it in there, but pretty positive the Crazy Pony is the tiniest of them all. And it's the only one that'll work like this without any soldering or taking it apart. So go check them out. Wish you luck, even though you won't need it because it's really easy. And yeah, get yourself a good looking tiny whoop. Peace.